Hello, my beautiful people. Chowder Fridays, but today's actually a Sunday. You're also watching this on a Friday, though. Oh yeah, it's your first time seeing me. If you don't know me, my name is actually Jonathan.
Please don't ever lie like this.
Okay,
this is your first appearance. And
my bad. My name's Kwanda. Lovely to meet you, Oaks. No, there's like 5,000 people watching this right now because we're booming like that. Who do I have next to me?
Yeah, you know Lele. Must be, yeah.
Malice, the guy.
Which guy?
What are you guys laughing about? I'm the guy.
Nah, you're the guy, boy. You're the guy. Before we start off, though, I just want to say congratulations to Banyana.
That was massive.
The AFCON, yeah.
It's crazy. They're better than the niggas. Let's just get that out of the way.
100%.
Because our niggas wouldn't even make it to the group
Niggas
stage.
are so washed.
Yeah.
So washed.
Shout out to them. But did you folks actually know that there was like a AFCON competition? Because I never knew. I only saw when people won. Like,
I didn't know that there was a women's one. I didn't know that.
did you watch it?
No, I was out.
You're out.
Yeah.
So you going out is more important than our women.
It was my mom's birthday.
I'm joking.
It was my mom's birthday.
That is
It was
actually
actually
crazy.
I don't watch it.
wild.
I don't watch it as well, boy. Don't feel bad about it.
I watched it.
watch
I watched
it.
second half.
Try to set me up, man.
Nah, dude, I'm joking. I didn't try to set them up. I'm joking.
Yeah, they made history yesterday. That's
Yeah,
mad.
shout out to
First
our
time
girls.
in yeah.
Shout out to our girls.
But yeah, it's time for us to replace the boys. Because I'll got better tickets than those niggas there. Promise that.
Lele, don't lie like
Yo,
that.
sign up for under 21.
I can pull out files when you Lele.
Okay, hold on. There's one game. There's one game.
Were you there in Thingy? When you played when you had we had the first team now, and then we had the invitational team. Then we played Bolu. Remember Londi was there, and then we had remember when we played Bolu, and they were like kids that were like 2 years like younger than us, but we were like the invitational team.
Hey, as long as we won that game, it was fine.
What do you mean? What do you mean? As long as you won that game, we didn't win the game.
But I won that was 3 years ago.
When Nancy scored an own goal. Oh fuck! Why did I just out something like that?
You scored.
I remember that game.
Remember that game?
And then Cat was also doing a massive.
That was a fire goal though. For an own goal, that was a pretty fire goal though.
Yeah, it was a volley
Shout out to him.
from inside our box.
Volley on goal. That's kind of crazy. Volley on goal. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, what's been on your Oaks' mind? What's been grinding the past week?
Bro, just been stressed about school. It's after the whole mask mandate is off or whatever. Is it a mandate? Would you say it's a mandate? No, that's not the word to use. But after no mask, now everything's on campus, face to face, all that thing. Starting, it's Sunday today, like this nigga said, and we're starting tomorrow.
Yeah, but I got 8 a.m. next week tomorrow in Cape Town. Man, still in Joburg.
Long day.
So Oaks have school tomorrow. This is what I just heard.
Don't say school.
Why are you making it sound like he's more? You know what I mean? Why are you making it sound like I wake up like 7:30 to be there?
You're gonna wake up, nah,
Yeah.
to go to a facility to get some education in the morning. You're gonna wake up in the morning. Is that not school?
I did.
Dude.
Why don't Oaks want to claim the fact that they get an education? You're privileged, dude.
Yeah, very much so, and I'm
Saying
grateful.
like that now.
Exactly.
Saying it's school.
Oh my days. But yeah,
Be back. Anyway, yeah, Kwanda sparked the question just now. Do you guys feel like education is a privilege or is a right that everyone should have?
It has to be a right, bro, because okay, in the world that we're living in, not a lot of people can do a lot with just a high school bachelor's or even a diploma. It seems like it's a prerequisite not only to get a degree, but also to obtain experience. So it's like a lot of the gents that can't afford schooling or stuff like that, it's like so unlikely that anyone's going to get into these higher paying jobs. I don't know if you niggas agree with me.
I'm hearing you, but
I agree.
for us in South Africa, it's much more of a privilege. Because even
Yeah.
for like NSFAS funding, like you have to apply to it with like proper marks. So you have to like qualify to get that funding. You can't be like, yo, trust me, I'm gonna get this degree. Just give me the time. Nah, way.
I also think it's both. I think it's both. I think it's a privilege because of the country and society we live in. Because the people who can't go to school want to go to school, and the people who are at school, don't treat it like the important thing that it is.
Facts.
So that's what makes it a privilege. But then what makes it a right is
Education should be free to the world. I think that's what makes it right.
I think it should be right because niggas made it a thing. Like
But it's-
before, back in the days, there was no need for education. Also just hunting, doing the normal days. Also not. Let's
But
give
you could
knowledge.
argue that there were some forms of education, like you had to learn to hunt. That's teach you that. You know.
Okay, but that you're doing for free though.
Yeah,
like
for
your
free.
parents would have taught you that.
So yeah, going to my point about free education.
Free tertiary education.
So yeah, I was gonna ask, if let's say we mandate free education, right? For example, how far would that education go? Is it gonna be free until grade 7? Free until you finish matric? Free at tertiary?
Realistically,
If I'm being
Because
honest,
if you think about tertiary as well, there's tertiary, your undergrad, your postgrad, your masters, your honors, your everything. You know.
I think.
So how far
Okay.
does it go?
For something like that, like obviously, I think maybe for like university institutions, if you want to be like a professor or have a doctorate, maybe in certain cases, okay, maybe education shouldn't really be free due to the fact that you're going out of your way to
it's optional at that point.
to create a thesis, to do research, to understand all that stuff. But in terms of actually just getting a simple bachelor's, getting an undergrad, I think
So from primary to matric, it should be free.
first off, even if I don't want to talk like I don't know a lot about how the education works or the education system, which is on my part. But I feel like before we can even go and make tertiary education free, we kind of need to enhance the quality of education from grade 0 to grade 12 matric, because it seems like even then there's not too much improvements. I feel like the idea is building a lot of schools but not actually intrinsically improving the quality of those schools in terms of the education factor. So maybe that's how I look at it, like that. So tertiary education should be free, but is it possible?
Nah.
Where does the funding come from? Where does the money come from? Should it be taxpayers' money?
I think
Should
so.
it be
Realistically,
should
yeah.
it be like sponsors?
I feel like the system works like if it was the idea that people are able to get jobs or higher paying jobs where they're able to earn higher incomes, then in a sense that should pay for free education, because without the degree or without that stuff you wouldn't be able to get that job.
So basically, putting back what you've received.
Yeah. Essentially that's what all citizens.
But now there's going to be a whole thing of people might not want to do that.
Oh, gee, but that's like,
So paying tax away, you have to pay tax, but then who's going to decide where the tax money goes? Like you said now, with the wealthy people that have careers and everything, there can be wealthy people that don't want to create scholarships because, you know, that's their money that they've earned and they can choose what they want to do.
Very true.
So there's going to be that sense of, how do you convince people to do it? Surely you only do it if you want to.
nah, bro, to pay tax if you want to.
No, not tax. I'm
But
saying
to,
like set up
prov-
scholarships and
to
fund
provide
things.
scholarship stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the businesses that do set up scholarships, and the conditions are like, oh, you have to work for the company afterwards and stuff.
So it's beneficial to them.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like,
But what if it's not?
that's where it gets techie.
But in the long run, it would though. Because it's like everyone's like, if education is going up for everyone, now everyone's working properly. Our economy in turn also start going up. Now the rand value is increasing.
But like, listen to this take, okay? But it's not really a take. I think it's more, you could see it more in America than you would see in South Africa. But the idea of not improving quality education, especially for a lot of POC people like me and all of us here, if we weren't in a privileged background or whatever, and we could only go up to matric, and even if we weren't up to matric, the quality of education wasn't that well, it puts us in a small kind of narrow hallway where we could only do jobs that are kind of like labor demanding or like workly rates, wages as opposed to salaries. So we would work for companies that are already owned by old money. So like there's more work. You are working for a bigger company as it is. Person at that company is already getting more money, getting more of this. You know what I mean? I think that's a factor or an instrument. Maybe
element.
Yeah, an element in like, usually like, I wouldn't say white supremacist systems, but like, yeah, white systemic or just systemic racism against like, you know, people of color in a sense, where old money, apartheid money for a lot of other gents, they're getting money through just having people work for them. You're just trying to get that constant labor force. But there's obviously factors, especially in this country, we have like BEE and also certain like affirmative actions where it's like they're trying to control companies or people to stop doing that stuff. By the way, I'm not educated on this. This is just like.
Did
You guys hear though? Apparently, BE is gonna stop next year in Jan.
What?
It's not gonna be a thing anymore. Like BE, like that affirmative action, isn't gonna be a
That's
thing.
gonna be so long.
They're gonna take it away.
You're gonna
But
see a
all in all-
lot of black executives just drop out of companies. So because the head of the company doesn't need those niggas no more.
But on that point, yeah, I just want to get your guys' opinion. Like, where do you think it should all like start? Because like you guys are all saying that education will lead to like good occupations, but how many high-paying occupations are there? Because like the bare industries are like super saturated. Like law and like how many chartered accountants can they be?
But the issue is the game is changing. Like the IT department's going up.
Computers is where the cash is.
But then you see that's the thing. How many like right now that's an open space because like no one's done it before. But like let's say next 5-10 years, like what if that gets full? Isn't the main priority figuring out like ways to create new jobs, like job creation as a whole? Because
especially in this country.
Because if we're just looking at it as education, so people can like, dude, we have medical students. We have medical students that are unemployed.
Facts.
Yeah, like actually, you were gonna say what I was gonna say. There's a whole unemployment issue because of job scarcity.
Yeah.
So even if you are the most qualified person ever, you could still be unemployed because there's just no job for you. And
Unless
also,
you have connections.
Connections or nepotism or things like that. And also, as we advance in society, there's also going to be automation.
Yeah.
People are going to lose jobs due to automation.
Gang.
So now, you
How
could
does that
argue
work?
that you just educate them in the newer jobs like the tech field, for example. But the issue is is everyone going to be interested in tech?
No.
Or are you just
And
going to
I
force them
realised-
into it because there's an opportunity?
That's a very good question. And I realized specifically in this country now, if you're on this education chats, I've realized that most of the employed people don't come from a tertiary education. It's just like, okay, I want to work here. Let me use my work experience to get more jobs, to work again. And that's how most of the people in this country, from what I've seen, get jobs. It's just like, okay, sure, this is how packed my CV is, but it's not like, okay, I've studied here and there, That's what I see it as personally.
Yeah, true. But I think it also depends what kind of field you want to work in.
That's true.
'Cause,
But
like,
I'm just saying, if you think about like most, like the whole country and everyone who works now, like I'm not saying like obviously like private businesses and like our parents and everything. No, I'm just thinking like the general like population.
Thing is, there are fields to expand on. Because like in the
Exactly.
US, like they electrical companies, they're like, it's like done by the states. So each state has like their own electrical company. Here, it's one thing, the whole country.
Let's go
So now
monopoly.
if, like us, next generation, you say, yeah, I'm gonna start the next big electricity company. Now the load shedding problem is going down. You're making more jobs as well. Now there's power in the country as well. Like things are happening.
That adds to it. I kind of like that take because I think more job creation can stem from trying to fix intrinsic problems that happen
Yeah.
within the country. Load shedding, that's a field that someone could step in and fix the whole situation. Jobs could be created from that. Flipping.
Let me tell you why that can't happen.
Why?
Corruption.
Okay, yeah.
So I wanted to talk about ESCOM specifically because Lele brought it up. I've got 2 questions. I'll start with first question. How do you feel about ESCOM being privatized? Beneficial or not? That's not what's happening. I'm saying if it were to be
beneficial
privatized
to who? To us or
to the country.
I think it would be beneficial. Because as there's like with all like the tenders and everything that happens, like there's so many scams. Like I'll give you 15 months to go build bridges, whatever, across the country.
It gets
The money
pocketed.
goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Now I've got 2 Bugattis.
Yeah.
Country's still in the mud.
hmm And that's what I was gonna say about the whole. Someone must step up and step in to fix load shedding, for example. The reason that can't happen is because of corruption. We
Yeah.
have the means as a country. We have the means.
We just don't have like the right people, I guess.
It's just the people won't do it. Like there's been recently in the news, I've been hearing about foreign first world countries wanting to invest into South Africa's economy in the electricity field to rectify load shedding. So things like mass producing solar plants and other forms of power. But the reason why I feel like that won't even go through is because they're going to reject that. Because the people at the top are making their money from coal.
Yeah.
Not from solar power, not from the sun. They're making it from coal, from the mines, from the tracks. Like, there are people, like, for example, I'll use me as an example. I could go buy 5 trucks that transport coal. The money I make from those trucks is crazy. But as soon as coal's gone, my money's gone. I'm not eating anymore. And I'm upset.
But that's not true. It surely can't be true.
That's what happens, though.
If you accumulate a certain, like, let's say coal has a lifespan of 50 years left, because that's what is scientific. Not to interrupt, change your point. This is not me trying to be more scientific, but I feel like the reason maybe it's not because people are afraid that they lose money. It's because they have the avid idea to get more money.
Yes, that's what it is.
Because they probably are set for life as it is already.
But they want more.
Exactly.
It's a corruption thing that they want more of it.
You know what I mean? Like, they're
not thinking about the greater good of the country. They know exactly what to
Yeah.
do. Don't ever get it twisted. These people know what to do and they know how to run a country. They just choose not to.
It's like
Also, that brings up another issue, because now, because of all the corruption and everything, that's why everyone wants to leave the country. Everyone wants to go like study and work overseas.
Yeah.
But now if we're all leaving, nothing's gonna change.
Like, people
If we
don't
want
want
to change it. Let's go change it.
And it's
But
so
that
weird.
Starts here.
That also brings up an interesting idea, though. Why do you feel that it's your responsibility to like change things? You know,
Not necessarily mine, but if I'm unhappy with what's happening here and I can do something about it, then why would I just be like, nah, it's lied?
It's not a
But then it's-
I
responsibility.
think maybe it's like an initiative thing, taking
Yeah.
initiative.
Yeah.
But then also you have to
Yeah.
take initiative within your capacity and be realistic.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So, yeah.
I'm not just saying like me. I'm saying like all of us before 2010. Nah, our time is now.
For
Our
real.
time is now.
But that's I don't know. The idea of like the youth, but I don't know, like the idea of the youth trying to fix the older generation problems, even though that the older generation is still existing, it kind of boggles my mind. Like that whole thing with like the idea that children or the newer generation has to come up with a solution for climate change, but then you still get companies like Shell or BP or that are still doing stuff that is affecting the climate. Like I remember I saw a tweet where it was just like BP lied about their carbon emission consumption since 2016 or something like that, and now they all go green or whatever, but because they're $1 billion company, no one cares. They let it slide. But now it's, you look at the youth or the millennials or the you people, be like, you guys have to come up with a solution. It's like no one wants to take responsibility for an issue that they create, especially for the people at the higher up. That's why corruption happens. And
And it's
stuff
also
like
harder for us because we grew into the already like when the situation's already fucked.
So, like
it's
you're
gonna be harder
already,
for
you're
us,
already
exactly.
adapted to the idea that, oh, this is how things work.
Exactly.
But now they're telling you, okay, change how things work now.
But also they're like, for them, like they're old now. Like they were like 10 years left in them. We still there, boy. And it's only getting worse. So if we don't fix it, it's long for us as well.
Yeah,
So it's not my responsibility, but how do I want to live now?
Exactly.
Do I want to make load shedding a regular thing? And I'm saying, okay, when I get old, get a house with solar panels. Is that my game plan? We're going to start fixing it now so we can change it for our kids and their kids and so on.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It just seems so long. It's just like your added responsibility as a young person. You already have expectations set upon you by society, not even people that you know directly, but on society itself. You need to fix the problems intrinsically.
I'm gonna play Wells now.
Okay.
Like US says devil's advocate. Do you feel like, I don't know what the term is. Yeah, find the term for me if you can. But do you feel like this whole idea of making the future better for future generations is over righteous? I don't know if there's a better term. Like like you have a savior complex.
Oh, I get it.
Oh,
But
like
it's also like, let's say, so you plan to have kids now, but like
Not lips.
actually,
You're pointing at him. I said it, so I'm like, not him.
Devin.
But I look hear that though. Personally, like from my standpoint, yeah, I feel like it's an atrocious time to even think about having kids. You know, like I feel like having kids in general has just been like so over glamorized and everything like that. You know,
You know how much petrol a kid costs?
not even petrol. Dude. You know how much niggas like genuinely. Who knows how much formula costs?
we are expensive though. Us, We're expensive.
Niggas just being.
And our kids are gonna be more expensive.
Inflation's killing us. And increases in salary aren't going up.
Exactly.
Housing prices are looking long. When you're 27 and you want to buy a crib for yourself, dude, get a mortgage, get something, pay it off monthly because
Corpse is grand. Don't worry about Corpse.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Corpse
Corpse is about
I know
this,
what you
bro.
mean.
Might as well explain it,
I
Lives.
know.
You've already outed it. Might as well explain it.
But Corpse has bread, gents.
No, shame. There's
My-
ops watching, dude. Corpse can't get.
My thing is,
Corpse can't get quit like.
my thing is okay. This whole chat of like having kids being glamorized, away, sure, but it's like we only thinking about it in like a financial, and a like societal, like in terms of like,
capitalistic.
you get me out, because it's just like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, nah, before people go to work, before people think about the money they want to get, at the end of the day, dude, it's like we need to think about the simplistic stuff that make us happy. You get me? So obviously, I'm saying, you saying, okay, sure, it's just like, hey, Oaks, yeah, sure, I tell my niggas don't want kids. Like, I get that from that point of view, but also from a very simplistic point of view. Not everyone is gonna like switch to this whole thing of not wanting kids, because at the end of the day, dude, it's like, what are you coming back home to? Just yourself. Okay, sure, away. Now,
Fair enough.
That was actually so real, bro.
exactly.
deeper.
That was
Because now it's
real.
like, okay, away, sure, now your money,
Come
your
back to a
money's
LaFerrari.
good. Your money's good, but you're sleeping in bed alone.
And also, you have to continue your family genes.
Exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like,
I've got a
obviously, that's the
sibling that's
basic
bigger than
answer,
me.
continuing your family genes, but it's just
What
like,
if-
dog.
What if you don't have that desire?
No, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
I'll tell you
There's-
from me,
there's
like,
the outliers,
Yeah,
Yeah, I personally,
excluding the outliers.
But
I'm just
even
saying,
now,
you know,
like-
from a general, like,
a general
General point
reason.
of view,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
but like even now, I could see it now. Like I don't want kids, but I'm also thinking because it's a financial burden. I'll be satisfied by myself or with a partner. But having a child is like, secondly, it's such a huge responsibility as well. Asking a lot from, not to say asking a lot, but if you were to have a child now, it would be asking a lot from you as a person. The way your
it's
life
not
is structured.
really. I think rephrase that. It's not asking a lot from you because.
Depends where it's coming from.
Yeah, it's
But
true,
yeah,
Like
it-
for us now,
yeah.
I'd be asking my parents for a lot because I can't sustain that kid.
Yeah.
I'm basing myself, so I'm asking my parents for. Cause now there's 3 kids. Now there's another one that's not even theirs. Yo,
Yeah.
It's a
that-
lot.
But like,
I'm
let's
asking
say-
for a lot.
Let's say in this situation, let's say you're financially stable, you're ready, like you want this child. You still, I don't know, I feel like you can't say you're asking for a lot of yourself.
Yeah,
Because
okay,
I don't know, it feels like,
It feels
because think about it
selfish,
now,
yeah.
do you feel like you owe your parents for
Yeah.
having you?
a little bit.
And do you think they would come to you and be like, yeah, you owe us?
I don't
Because
think they
we
would-
brought
yeah.
you into this world and we, you know,
My
we
parents
made
actually against
you.
today.
I feel like,
True, yeah.
I don't know, I don't think that's right, to be honest.
nah, I get that.
That's like,
I get that.
okay, I don't mean to, this is the easiest comparison, but I don't mean it in a bad way, but it's like having a pet. For
I get what you
example,
mean. I
getting
get
a
what you mean.
getting a puppy,
Yeah, okay, I hear what
does
you're saying.
that puppy owe you
Nah, because
for you
decided
adopting that
it
puppy?
was your decision.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
this is strictly in a situation where it was your decision to have the child. If not, then it's completely different.
That's very
But
fair.
also, even then, the child doesn't owe you.
That's true.
What do you niggas think of the emotional implications of having a kid?
That's
though?
actually
like the
what I wanted
emotional
to touch that,
responsibility.
yeah.
Because I deeped it like this, like as an individual person, you're already going through like so much as is, you know, like you'll be going through whatever happening in your life, but then remember there's now that extension.
I have a
that
lot to say
whole
about
other
this.
person.
I have a lot to say
I
about
heard something about. I've got friends studying psychology. They had like a research paper due on this. I forgot the stat now, but it's a high stat. Like it's more than 35%. Apparently, like over 35% of parents will have kids. And like after the child, it's just depression straight away.
Sure.
Like it's a big number. I don't know about it. I was walking
You're
past their room. I
saying
said,
depression for the parents of the child.
parents.
Oh shit.
Oh, they will get.
Yeah, it's like postnatal depression, something like that. I don't know.
Oh shit.
I just walked past the niggas room and said, what's that? I said, oh, that sounds deeper.
Oh.
Give the push.
Oh, so you heard it. Damn.
But what you want to say?
The emotional part, I think, is like if you're planning to be a parent, now no one's ever gonna be like, okay, emotion. You can be 100% good emotionally. I was about to say you can't be 100% mentally, but you asked me about the emotional thing. But my thing is, if you want to raise someone, no matter how bad or good you are inside, it's about what you give out to the other person that needs to be good. sometimes I can be the most, down bad person in here, but it's just like how I treat that person is a whole different thing.
But then I've always had this idea that we kind of underestimate what kids will pick up on.
That's what
like as much as you're saying it's what I specifically do with you and like how I'm individually different. But like I feel like kids
That's
are
true.
very intuitive as well.
That's true.
very
Like they'll really deep. Oh, this nigga's like this though.
like
Or
and
is
no,
this
but
the
they'll,
okay
and
thing
the
to
scary
be,
thing is because
you know?
they'll think that's normal. They'll be like,
Is this,
oh,
is,
that's
this,
not
is this how I'm supposed
because
to act?
I've been presented with this. That's how I react because I've seen somebody else do that.
Yeah.
And it's scary. And that's what I say. If you are not mentally prepared for that, and you have to watch how you portray yourself in front of your kids. Like I know my dad tried to stop swearing in front of me until I turned 16. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say any bad words. I wasn't allowed to watch like I think certain like TV channels up until like the age of 6.
Little did he know. Man's playing GTA 10. Little did he know. Little did he know.
But it's like shit like that, bro. But it's like if you're a parent and you feel the need to be like, I need to look like this model idol. Maybe that's how you can get like the fact that you feel you need to put on a role instead of just being genuine yourself. Maybe that's why a lot of parents get depression, like you said, or like parents feel because they feel like they need to. There's a higher than themselves. It's much higher than themselves because it's their child. You know what I mean?
But going back to your emotional thing, cause like I know, like not I know, but like I've heard a lot of couples will like have a kid to like try to save their marriage, some shit like that. That puts a lot of the child, cause like he grows up in a broken home. Cause you'd have this child now, but like nothing's changed. You guys are still arguing all the time, still beef.
That's the same
Now
thing.
this child's growing up, thinking Manzeline, like it's long all the way.
Like this whole thing of like having a kid to save the marriage is stupid because people need to realize that a kid can be at a healthy household with just one parent.
Facts.
Because most of the time when it's both parents, it's never stable, dude. You know what I mean? Unhappy marriages they are, dude.
This gang boy.
Exactly. That's exactly
you
what I'm
don't have
saying.
like a role model in your life.
Exactly, but yeah, nah, dude. I think people need to understand the fact that like that's just stupid. Like saying I'm gonna have a kid so we can save our marriages. Nah.
Like if you guys can't make yourselves happy, then don't bring someone else into it.
Exactly. Nah.
That is insane. I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
But are you guys done with this topic?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
I'm
yeah.
gonna switch it up quickly.
Let's switch it up.
Okay. A question that was asked on someone's status just now. Tristan Irwin, shout out to you. Someone once told me that love is more a choice than it is a feeling. How do you feel about that?
That's very true.
Very true.
I think that's very
I
true.
do.
Yeah.
Love is more of a choice
Yeah,
than a
I
feeling.
think so.
You can act out of character while still being in love. That's why people cheat.
Okay.
But also like
This is almost like the loyalty or love chat.
yes.
It's almost the same thing. Cause what is the question again?
So
love is
more of a choice than it is a feeling.
Yeah, that's true, dude.
So you're choosing to love. You're not loving because you
now
feel
what I
love.
just said might have just contradicted.
I think
Yeah. You supported the feeling.
Second
Yeah, I supported the feeling.
Love is
yeah,
a feeling,
so
not
it
a
actually is
choice.
contradicted.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with the like general statement. It's just love is more of a choice because, but also it is
Can
a
you?
feeling.
Because like, can you choose? Can I look at someone like you? I love you now because
Okay, maybe-
I'm choosing to. You know what I mean?
Maybe not love, but relationships.
Yeah, in a sense.
So that means you're tying love to
Okay,
an action.
relationships,
If you're saying
yeah.
love is a choice, then you're tying it to an action.
Cause like there's gang couples that will argue all the time. Yeah, like they have fights. So today I'm rocking with my girl. Now we angry at each other, but
You still love each
I'm
other.
still choosing to stay with it. It's just one
Yeah.
day we beef. But I'm staying with it. And
With the
tomorrow we
love
grind
in your
again.
head.
So I'm saying I'm not saying relationships. I'm saying that love.
But that's
Is
what I'm
love a
saying.
choice or a feeling?
But that's
But
what I'm
also, you
saying.
can't like choose to be angry. You know what I mean?
It's a
Like,
reaction.
I think it's a feeling. Like,
No, after I've deep this, I think love is a feeling.
yeah.
I think
I also agree with that.
Right now, the question is like we're trying to basically define what love is.
I think what comes from love, that's a choice. Cause like I wouldn't like go speak to a girl now and I feel nothing like let me wife her up.
So basically, what you do as a result of the love is
Yeah.
the choice.
Like how
That's
do
what
you
I
choose?
think.
How you choose to portray your love? Because you can, but it's also at the same time it's a feeling. Because like you can love your parents, and that's reactionary because they take care of you, like, depending on your parents. and
Yeah.
stuff. But intimately, if you want to have a partner and you want to have this idea of love or like whatever, you guys are soulmates. No offense, I don't believe soulmates exist, but like
Yo,
I know my
that is a
soulmate.
we'll get on
hard-
that. We'll get in it after that.
That is a hard.
But it's like-
take. That is a hard.
But it's like if you really like, you can't say that That's like even your point, I think, but not really similar. But like you will go out, you will try find your significant partner to be that partner. You know what I mean? Like you might like someone, you might do this, but then obviously you guys don't mesh well.
Yeah.
And then you will go through this constant game of trying to find the right person, and then you will choose the right person. Essentially, you're choosing who you would actually give your love to, because at any time you could just be like, if with a partner, at any time, this is psychopathic in a sense, but anytime you could be like, nah, I don't want to do this. Then you just walk out.
I actually know people like that, but that's crazy.
Okay, it's not psychopathic. Then.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
my
what's
bad.
the question?
But it's like, huh?
If soulmates exist or not?
Lele, who's your soulmate?
Now that you put it
A
up.
question from the fans.
Georgia Smith is my soulmate.
Who's your soulmate, big man?
For legal reasons, I can't disclose any names.
For legal reasons.
Yeah, but just know she's out there. Yeah.
But
If
when
you're
you say
watching,
soulmates,
please comment and tell
Drop
Lele.
your name. Drop your name.
outrageous.
Drop your name.
Drop your app. Drop the number.
Drop your
actually.
name.
you basically have three
Lele's
soulmates, but that's besides the point.
You have
So when
three
you say-
soulmates. So you have three.
So when you say soulmates, are we talking about, so everyone's definition of soulmate, do you see it as a romantic thing or just it can be both? Now, like you can have a soulmate that's a friend, or it can be a partner.
I don't think you have it doesn't need to be a romantic thing.
Exactly.
I don't
agree.
think so. Like
I
it can
agree.
be your person, like it could be your best friend, it could be actually doesn't have to be a person, you know, because it's a soulmate, it's not a person mate. It can be a dog as your soulmate.
Could be.
That's how I see it.
I could
You are
see that.
insane if you call it
Because
dog
you can
soulmate,
still
like,
have a relationship.
Man, he's like, it can't be a dog, but it's like, okay, my dog.
Who's
is a
your
soulmate.
ride or die?
Oh,
And then
yeah.
you see it.
I mean, yeah, like it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but you can
My
still have
dog.
a relationship with an animal.
Because I think like
Okay, let's put it in the relationship aspect. Do you think soulmates exist? Like, do you think
one
there's
exists.
a person
Yes,
who's
I
perfect
know.
for you, boy? Like, play
and
a
it's like to
bill.
say soulmates is like you guys are bonded deeper than you were meant for each other. This is your destiny.
If I were to define soulmates in a relationship context like that, my definition was that person was put on this earth for you, and you were put on this earth for them.
My thing is, what I'm about to
very
say
true.
is
So
Fire
What are you about to say?
definition.
what I'm about
Can
to
we
say.
can you appreciate that?
Say
That
it.
was a
What
fire
I'm about to
definition.
say is
Yeah.
insane.
Nah.
What I'm
So I
about to
think
say
it
is
boils
insane.
down to your spiritual beliefs, to be honest. Whether you
Yeah.
believe that you have
But
a soulmate
if you're
or
talking
not.
about it like that, now, there's no way there can just be one. One person.
There
just
could
for
be
you.
multiple.
And
There could be you could have
Like, I'm not
10
even thinking-
people, 10 possible people that you are perfect for, and they're perfect for you.
that's what I'm saying.
Even the probability
That's
That's
of
what I'm
like
saying when I say I have three soulmates.
say
Always
the
looking at me like
ideas of
insane.
soulmates exist. The probability of you meeting her or meeting them.
I get that, nah. But I think this is what I think. I always talk about like the type of like hunts that I want, nah, in terms of personality, and I want to hunt like this, like that. But the way I've seen it is, you can meet a person completely different to the person that you want,
Yeah.
and that would be the perfect
It's tough
person
though,
for you.
isn't it?
So you can never know how many people there are or the type of person that they are, but they could be a soulmate.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying, dude. They could be 20 soulmates, they could be one soulmate, they could be 50.
It really just
million.
depends on the people you interact with. That's how life goes. Like,
Have you niggas found your soulmate? Level?
That's outrageous.
You're wrong
I'd
for
like
that,
to
Coles.
think so, but I don't know.
That's mad from you.
Coles is wrong for that. Coles is wrong for that. Coles is
you
wrong.
suck. You
Coles
suck.
is wrong for that.
Lele?
Uh,
Kwanda?
Lele, go first.
Have you
We
soulmates?
had this conversation. I told you just now. She's there. Just can't say names.
But actually, going back to Corpse's question, how would you know? You could know your soulmate. You could have some sort of relationship with them, or they could be like an acquaintance. But that's your soulmate, but you don't know it. So how would you know if you've met your soulmate or not?
I've been watching Love Island, man. Oh, wait, listen,
Forget his opinion.
listen. In Love Island, it's just like, oh, take me serious. I know I'm talking about Love Island, but take me serious. But it's this whole thing of they get close with someone that they really like fancy, you know, like personality matches and everything. And it's just the thing of, okay, sure, my relationship is going good now, but there's more women that are coming in and more men. Do I want to put it to the test and see if there's someone better, even though my relationship is good right now?
You know what's mad? I don't know if you know this on Netflix. I think it's called like Ultimatum.
Oh my god,
That thing is
that's
crazy.
amazing. That show is so
There's no need to go
fire,
on to
bro.
stupid though.
There's actually no need to go on to that.
Stupid though. Mario, move on. That's crazy.
Dude. And it's like
It
also,
was an entertaining show,
Very interesting.
but
To do it, nah.
the concept is good, but in terms of realism, no.
way. You can tell it's reality TV, but like even that idea of just like taking your couple, like you have somebody, and then you're like, okay, we're engaged, but because of this reason, you won't actually cross that finish line, and then going to other engaged couples and interacting and seeing, oh, this me and him mesh better, even though that person's engaged to somebody else.
It's just mad because now you get home, one says yes, one says no. Now the whole thing is long.
Yes.
Nah.
But this chat of saying how do you know if someone's perfect for you? It's like that's why I was going back to the Love Island thing, because it's like if you have let's say you have a girl right here and she's ticking all your boxes, and then what do you think from there? Do you think, okay, sure, this person is perfect for me, I'm taking it the long road? Or you're still gonna look, go for every single girl possible?
That's the thing. Like,
That depends
You
how
get
we
me?
link up though.
That's my thing. The way I see it is, me being the picky gent that I am, if I'm in a room full of 20 girls and I got to know each and every single one of them, you know when everything is going right, nah? You know when everything, like, let's say the first girl, she's beautiful, calm. Now you want to get to know her, something's on going. The next one, personality, mwah, mwah, mwah. You know, there's one thing missing, But Oaks, there's always one person, where everything is just going right. Sometimes it's not even that deep, like you're asking for too much, but there's always that one person where everything is just working, you know?
I got those ones.
Exactly, that's
okay, I
what
see.
that's what I see.
Yeah.
I'm not talking from experience, by the way. Whoa, I'm not talking from experience. I've never met a person where everything went right. That's a myth.
But I hear that though.
What'd you say?
But I think also the problem
Wait,
is
what?
What'd you say? My man's not. I got that experience in Cape Town. What was that? What were you saying just now, dude?
What you talking about?
Dude, we can rewind.
I hate when Combs gets on the mic because he always tries to push an agenda on everybody. I hate when Combs gets on the mic, dude.
But also, I have a quick question. We're all talking about like our perfect someone. Do you guys think so the goal you all envision in your head, right, as like the perfect goal for yourself, right? Do you feel like you meet her criteria of what the perfect nigga would be?
Ooh.
See now, this is why I'm still single. Because if I did, I'd be with them.
I need 100K. I need 100K.
This is my
Oh, that can't be said.
thing though. Like it
No,
would
to be that
never
nigga,
work
though.
for you unless it worked for her.
That's how
It
you
wouldn't-
be English over
like,
there.
If it
No,
if
but
it
you
worked for
see-
you, in my eyes, it would have worked for her as well.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
to say that
Yeah, dude.
your perfect girl, she doesn't see you as the perfect in a
Exactly.
sense like that. You know what I mean?
Because I feel like I wouldn't get along with the girl that, you know, doesn't see me the same way that I see her. I wouldn't get along
Unless you
with
have
her.
some
It's
like
impossible, dude.
weird vivid.
Yeah, because me personally, I'm also not an oak who doesn't see signs and shit like that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, like, ooh, this hand likes me whole time, dude. You know, she's blocking me off, and it's like, nah. So it's just,
It's really gone.
But I think it's more of like an introspective thing of, are you doing everything to be the best you
No,
that
that's
you can be
that's different.
to be? Because remember, like, I'm thinking it's like this, like, let's say, so we all know like there's bare beautiful women in the world, like let's say like Lori Harvey, we all know she is.
Who?
Lori Harvey.
Oh.
Absolutely stunning. We know she's stunning.
A person we know. So.
Lori Harvey is beautiful.
Yeah, but yeah.
we all
yeah,
know she's stunning, right?
even Michael B. Jordan. Damn, how is that?
Besides,
if that
I'm better than that
nigga.
besides
nigga.
that,
I'm better than Michael B. Jordan. I'm better than Michael
but like,
You what?
That's basically,
Yeah.
but that's basically
Sorry,
it.
sorry. Speak up.
I'm better than Michael B. Jordan. Go on.
You're better than Michael B.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna ignore that. Continue
just
talking.
facts.
We'll talk
Michael's
about.
the template, dude.
I
We
can-
had-
That's
okay.
what I'm
In
saying.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan run my fade right now.
Michael B.
I'll
Jordan
whoop
run
you
my
as well.
thing. Whoop him. This
even scared
nigga
of that
boxed in
nigga.
Creed.
Creed.
Creed. Adonis.
But nigga, okay, speak
Anyways,
what you want to say.
Killmonger.
Go
Nigga,
on.
say what you want to say.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just saying, right? So think of, okay, look at relationships like that. Like Lori Harvey, Michael B's situation, right? Like obviously without looking at the nuances of like how, what each of the person, like what they wanted in each other's lives and everything. But like, do you feel like, are you that person for your person? Like, are you doing the very best that you can be to be that nigga?
Is it weird that I think? Well, it's not weird, but I think it's just like my dream person also kind of helps me be the better self of myself.
That's true.
I can't feel to be the perfect individual for her, even though it's just like I know that I have problems that I need.
Because I was about to think of it in a selfish way, like, okay, I don't know if I'm being the best person for that person, but I'm thinking if she's ticking all my boxes, the more she's ticking is the more I open up.
And I grow.
You know,
it's like
that's
you're
the
not,
more
you're
I
not just
reveal,
happy with this person. You grow with this person.
Exactly.
You guys become something. Like it's a partnership. You got, you know what I mean?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, that's a good question though,
Because
because I think.
self-aware to answer that.
But it brings up the question is just like the difference between I think like self-development or trying to impress. Because I think with problems like that, it's just like if I were to be working towards this random, like let's say I have this dream girl in my head. I haven't met her. She doesn't exist, but I'm working. I'm like, okay, this is the criteria I feel. And let's say I go even above and beyond. Then it would be weird if I actually want to start looking for the significant other and then I have this unrealistic criteria. It's like, oh, you don't fit my dream girl's criteria. You know, I have to bring myself back down to reality. Even though I've worked hard to become the person I am, I can't start giving like unmanageable expectations to the people I meet. I think it's the more of a thing like
but I feel like as soon as you do that, then it's just it will never work, dude. Because I feel like, dude, when you meet someone that's right for you, you'll never ever have to put no expectations on them, dude. Yeah, everything is just going for you.
It just works.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So, yeah, that is.
But it's like
that's how
like I was gonna be it's gonna be like that's how a lot of like these red pill niggas I've seen on TikTok think, bro. There's just like they feel I'm a high value man. I'm like, bro, it's just like it's such a garbage mentality.
This Andrew Tate, that's my guy.
Andrew Tate, bro, suck my
That's
dick.
my guy.
For real.
Question to ask you guys. We're talking about expectations in relationships. I'm going to talk about dating expectations. Do you have any expectations for a first date? So I'll use an example. Are you guys paying for the first date?
Yeah.
Why?
No, because I feel like I would be the person to engage today and be like, do you want to go to this coffee shop? Do you want to go to this thing?
I agree with that.
Okay.
If I engage.
If I'm being honest, I'm very big on like having I don't want to say this without getting cancelled, but like I want to be the masculine person in my relationship, you know? I'm big on that. I'm like, okay, like as a gent you should do this, as a han, you know, you should allow this as well. So when it comes to financial stuff though, that's a whole different chat. That's a whole different chat.
I'll tell you how I feel about that thing now.
That's a whole different
the whole thing of, especially the asking thing. So let's say even if I initiate it, I still wouldn't pay for the date.
At all?
No, I'll pay
split.
for my... No,
Oh, like
not
50,
not split
you'll pay your
50-50,
thing.
but I pay for my stuff, she pays for hers.
Yeah, I get it.
Reason being, because let's say, the whole thing of I asked, so I must pay. Surely she didn't say yes because I'm paying. She's saying yes because she wants to be there. True. So if she wants to be there, then she's willing to pay for herself.
Okay, I'm changing my answer.
Because
I'm not paying for his date.
And I'm thinking, dude,
what he said.
Yeah.
you're taking someone out. What if it doesn't even go well in the first place?
And
What
now
if
you've dropped them.
that person,
Like
now you must pay for them.
Like now I'm in a relationship. If I have the means, I'm happy to pay for a whole day with her because I know this is my person and I'm doing this for her because I love her. But
Amber put a ring on him, even though he doesn't want kids.
if it's a stranger, if it's a stranger that I'm getting to know and I don't even know if I like them yet, why am I putting all that effort into someone
Paying for trash
that I'm getting to know?
I agree.
That's a great.
So yeah,
way to think of it.
that's how I would think of it.
What do you think?
With me, I agree with Livs, 100%.
Yeah,
Makes sense, dude. For the type of goal that I want, I need 100K.
But yeah, I don't want to get had in the comments for my leave me alone.
Also, Nat, if you're going out with a girl that expects you to pay and you don't have the financial means for that, she mustn't be mad if you take her out to McDonald's, to be honest.
Actually, especially if you're dating your age, like think about it now. You're a 19-year-old gent dating a 19-year-old girl, and somehow you must just be more well off than it.
Now the bird must just.
That's
come
what
from
I've been telling.
Where must it just come from?
I've been telling niggas, dude, I'm unemployed. What do you
Like
expect me to
you're in the
pay?
same spot in life.
Exactly.
I
Same
met you on the
position,
same university
but somehow you
campus.
must be able to pay
The
for
issue
it.
is, there's a lot of niggas that are our age that.
I don't mind getting to know you over FaceTime.
The
We
issue is
don't
my
have to go
parents,
out.
they won't give me peas like that.
But you see,
So
that's the
I'm
thing.
used to Content. So I can't be saying, yeah, let's go out and get you a section. 5 bonds. No.
Yeah,
No, sir.
Unless you have 100K.
online TV. Even if I had the means, nah,
G-Wagon outside
I still
the
wouldn't
club.
do it. I could be a
I
billionaire. I still wouldn't
I
pay
hate
for the
you.
whole first date. Never.
What?
Never. It's not about the money.
It's not just because I can.
It's about the principle.
Okay. Fair. But like, if you, let's say you were like, oh, I want to show you to this nice hole in the wall, and you're initiating it too, and then you guys go to like flipping Nobu. And it's a then girl, you like her.
No, I
personality
ask
matches
her.
stuff.
But also,
I'll ask
dog,
her. Are you good with this?
I was about to say,
If not, if she says, "Oh no, can't afford that," cool. We
But
go
then would you
somewhere
cut
else.
it off? Oh, okay.
No, we go somewhere off.
Okay, hey, that's-
Yo, go somewhere else.
So you wouldn't be like,
We cater for each other in
No,
this
'cause
first
also-
date. You know what I mean?
If someone offered me to pay for me wherever they went, I'd be like, either way. Even if I have zero intentions, say I'll pay, I say I'll wait, I'll come through.
yeah.
Problem.
To be honest, yeah. If my girl paid for me, because girls.
I'm not
like-
saying my girl, I'm saying any girl says, yeah, let's go for lunch, I'll pay. I'm going.
Okay, so if my girl came, you know.
I'm actually
But
good.
like, if your significant other wanted to treat you, that's fair enough. You know what I mean? She wants to show you. Oh, I know a hole in the wall, a nice place, you know, view amazing. Then she'll pay and all that stuff. And I'm
PS5
calm.
loading. This is
That's
the agenda.
PS5 loading.
I think it's like, as I said, it's like it's a
Pornos about that. Pornos about that.
But like a relationship is kind of like a partnership where it's like hand in hand, everything goes in.
I hope you hear you pay for my trims, those ones now.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Oh,
Especially because trims are like 1K starting from there. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. So that's why.
But
Yeah.
would you guys rather be a superhero or a supervillain?
A villain, dude. Have you seen how much peas I have? I'm sorry.
Maybe be
I
a
think
Lex
being a
Luthor.
villain is a
But
bit
you
more
guys-
interesting.
I'm
you know?
sorry, dude. There's no way.
But you guys, okay.
I'm sacrificing everything for all you people and I get nothing. Or let me be the nigga that dominates and go back to the Lambo.
That
what I'm
sounds so
saying.
selfish.
No, it does, but that's how the world is, dude. That's how. No,
But
I'm
you would
sorry.
actually, but being a super villain there, like I know what you're saying, but even peas don't matter. If you really like that,
No, but
you
it's-
change
But
society.
there's levels.
so
But there's levels to
I
my
don't
super
need to
villain.
use money to get a sandwich at the store.
There's
I
a
walk
difference.
in,
Am
they
I
give me-
am I Joker? Am I Joker like bomb a hospital level villain, or am I like Lex Luthor extort third world country villain? You know. Like that third world
That's-
country was getting extorted
billionaires already
anyway,
do
so
that,
rather, So rather,
Villain is whack. Villain is whack.
He's gonna hop on.
Villain is whack.
you know.
Nah,
But
villain
it's
is whack.
superhero
I'm-
though.
So you
I'm
guys
not-
saying superhero?
But superhero.
No. I'm not being a villain in real life. I'm not being a villain in real. Being a villain in real life is crazy.
But I'm saying super villain.
super
boy.
villain, superhero. No, because dude, villains never had a good. They don't have a good outcome.
That's what I was about to say.
Nigga,
Superheroes.
you're gonna die.
No,
You're
superheroes.
gonna get killed by another nigga.
Superheroes have the most powerful
The
weapons.
issue is, it's because that's how they design. Like, I just want them to win.
Yeah,
But
superheroes
see
have
me,
plot
I'm trying to
armor.
be like Bane. I'm trying to run the world, dogs.
Ah, dude.
You know, if I'm Thanos, nah.
Okay, that's outrageous though.
Exactly.
That's outrageous.
Oh, dude, Thanos.
But that's what I'm saying. If you actually like that, you're above all universal
What?
laws.
Thanos-
Thanos,
If I could, if I
you
could have been like
actually like
Thanos,
that.
man, understand. When I'm changing everything, no one know anything.
They needed a
I'm
whole
ruling the
other
world,
movie to kill
that's
that
what you
nigga.
guys are so used to. Like, we just know it to be like that. Nothing's changing.
That guy Thanos is so corny.
That's my
Corny
guy.
using the snap to cut half the population. A nigga like me.
Thanos, that's
Oh
my
my.
If he was like smart about this,
Yeah.
drop all the supers once,
That's what I'm saying.
and then do your plan.
He kills every single Avenger. What goes now? What what happens now?
Cause now you're killing half the population here. Now like Timmy from around the corner is dead.
That nigga
Yeah,
Thor's still
double
alive. That nigga Captain
Iron Man,
Marvel's
these niggas
still
so much
alive.
kill you. Aight.
That's my guy though. That's my guy though. You see, if it's Thanos, yeah, that's my guy though. 'Cause
Corny
Yeah,
villain.
I love being a
at the end
villain
of the
though.
movie, he's the one who won, so that's my guy. They needed a whole other movie to kill that nigga. Most villains die in the first movie, so that's my guy.
Real.
Yeah,
Real.
exactly. So I want to be a superhero still, unless I'm Thanos.
I'm trying to be a villain.
How do you guys feel about Phase 4 of the MCU? Have you seen the movies that are coming out? So
Dude, I kind of
series?
MCU a
I
little
fuck
bit.
with the series
The
again.
deep, the
The
Disney
movies,
series
I
is
don't
a
know how
series.
much I'm getting into.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't watched WandaVision, so I can't watch Doctor Strange, and that's
You
like,
can. I've seen Doctor Strange. I've
You
watched
can.
WandaVision.
I mean,
promise you can.
you want to. So I think
want
if,
to, though.
if you
I
want
wanna
to,
be
if you want to
accurate.
really delve deep into it, watch One Division and watch like the What If series. Right?
But they do explain it in the movie. They're like, you
but like you
understand
don't
what's
you
going
don't
on.
have to.
Okay, fair.
But Loki just.
But also
get
like
that.
Yeah.
other shows, like wait, was Eternals part of Phase 4?
What Eternals? Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
that movie sucked.
The movie
That
was dead.
So dead. Oh
Thought
my.
that whole plot was unnecessary. Niggas.
I'm trying to get.
That
I
whole
want to see
plot
the
was
Blade
unnecessary.
movie. I want to see the Blade.
I'm hyped for it.
yeah.
But
I'm
that's
trying to see Moon Knight season 2.
Midnight season 2.
News just in. We need to wrap it up.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the episode 14.
Not like that, man. It's not like that. Not like that. Not like that.
Give us some energy, boy.
Boy, since we were talking about Avengers, let's do it the Avengers way. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna snap now and you niggas will be gone, nah? I'm gonna snap now and you niggas will be gone, nah? Man, you're gonna edit this? So you need to make this work, boy. You need to make this work. How does he say it in the movie?
The hardest
You
choices
shoulda-
require
oh.
the strongest wills.
I'm inevitable.
Oh, you should have aimed for that.
That's before he
That's not
died.
Thanos, though.
No, that is Thanos. And then Iron Man says, I'm Iron Man.
Oh, yeah.
How does he say it before he snaps? You forgot the hand. Some shit like that, nah?
No, I should have gone for the head.
You should have
You
gone for the head.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wait, let's do it. You should have gone for the head.
Leave that in.